Mushoku Tensei Season 3, Episode 8. Okay, this one took me by the surprise. It really brought that Mushoku Tensei excitement back, which really just comes from the adventure aspect of this episode. We get to meet Nanahoshi's mentor. Pariges is actually pretty interesting. He's got some intensity to him, but it seems he can seek the truth out of people. And before I get into the bit of conversations where we could be like, yeah, that is definitely something we gotta bring up, I wanted to backtrack. This is a very beautiful skyship he lives on, and it really makes me remember season one a lot, where a lot of these environments were so beautiful, and it's been a minute since we've got something similar to that. Okay, I've been kind of going all over the place. I want to go to the beginning. It's not really too much here. But what we get to see is they've already made their journey for quite a while, and they've got to the spots where they can teleport in to go and meet the Dragon Man himself. And that's where we get to see this like really odd teleportation stone, what seems to be in the desert. And out comes a familiar face, one that I wasn't exactly too sure who it was, but this ends up being someone that we've encountered earlier on in Rudis' adventure, which was quite interesting that there is a bit of a tie-in here. And I feel kind of bad because I'm like, wait, I remember this person, but I don't remember exactly who they were or what affiliation was going on. But as far as I can tell, this is just another servant of Purgius. Continuing from that, we get to actually see that only one person out of the group was rejected from teleporting to his skyship, and it was Roxy for apparently being demonic. Now we get to see the group actually get teleported in. It's very nice, very beautiful, and there is a servant guiding them. They get to this point where there's like this detector thing that goes off, and it randomly goes off on Rudis. And that's when he's questioned by one of the servants, hey, are you affiliated with the man god? And he has to lie and deny this. There's definitely some interesting lore that we're eventually going to get to that is going to be so crazy, but I'm really loving it. We continue from here to the part where everyone gets to go to Purgius's throne room, and man, does that man have straight aura. He's got like this tone that seems hateful, but I don't think this is the truth, like I was saying earlier. I think he just sees through people because he can call out what their true intentions are. It seems like at first, Purgius is misunderstanding why everyone is there, and Nanahoshi begins to clear things up, which makes things go pretty thoroughly, and everyone kind of gets to ask their own questions. There's loads of little things here and there. There was at one point Sonoba gets to ask about this crust on a book, the same one that he actually found on that piece of machinery, and it turns out to be one of the dragons that has unfortunately passed away. And Pergius was quite delighted that he was really into the craft of the art and wants to show him other things, so that was a really nice thing to see. Another one was Ariel trying to get Frenzy with him, and he could see straight through that she's just wanting his help to secure her kingdom. Now we get to Rudis, which was actually kinda crazy. Every time a teleportation is made to this ship, it actually taxes the magic of Perseus himself, and he saw that Rudis's was immaculate, overflown of mana. Just seeing him call Rudis out, on top of that, he's like, yeah, I don't want to see that magic being used here. That disgusts me. Now, another interesting thing is Sylvie kind of comes in and talks a little bit, and then we get a thing from Purgius, which is like wild. Whenever you have a boy, bring him to me and I'll name him. That is cold. Like, there is some crazy stuff upcoming for this series, and I'm excited. So, a part of all this is Purgius knows that Rudis has been helping Nanahoshi with her teleportation experiments, which Purgius is very thankful for. And Rudis gets asked his question about the teleportation and how he can fix Zenith, and there wasn't really any help there. Rather, we get fingers pointed to something happened similar to Eloise, and it was 200 years ago with a similar accident. But it turns out that it was quite different. She was actually in love with someone, she like forgotten her memories, and yeah, the man ended up dying. It was kind of bizarre in a way. So there is a big difference here, and there's still a lot of unknowns with Zenith, unfortunately. So many different things actually happen in this episode, so I'm gonna kind of just like zoom past a lot of things right now. The dudes actually get to learn some teleportation along with Nanahoshi, which was quite cool. So maybe we might see some wild teleportation stuff happen later on, and they might even get better at it. Not only that, they go down into this one like corridor place, and it's basically the story of the dragons. And it was really crazy to kind of see it. There was some hints on other pieces of lore, which don't exactly get answered too much, but I think that was a really nice touch there. Okay, this video's gotten quite longer than I expected, so we'll go ahead and get to the ending of the episode. What happens is we see as Nahoshi knocks on the door of Rudicis and Sylvie's, and she needs some help because the whole mana thing and how she got teleported in, she needs it to get out of her body. And we see as Sylvie begins to try and help her, that it begins to backfire and she coughs up blood. So I'm not really too sure if she is gone. Like, I don't know if she's beyond saving at this point. Quite the wild cliffhanger. With all that, I rate this episode a 9.8. I found it really, really enjoyable, and it really felt like season 1. I want to know what you guys' thoughts are on Mushoku Tensei Season 3, Episode 8. Hope you guys stay safe, and until next time, peace out, guys.